Mega Dads Live is a mature-rated podcast. It's for the Mega Dads, the Mega Moms, but not the Mega Kids. So put on those earmuffs and let's go!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of Mega Dads Live. The exciting part of today's episode is yet again Adam, our founder, our host du jour, is not the host today because he is being replaced by Eric, and Eric's going to have an amazing conversation with me as Adam takes a much-needed break. I had one too many yesterday at the White Sox home opener. Are you a baseball person?
I am. I watched my
you?
Brewers kick the White Sox ass like 3 games in a row.
The Brewers destroy all the
But
time.
is your team even that good though this year? Like I know they've got
We're terrible.
you got some young studs out there that might turn into something good. But yeah.
My whole thing about baseball is the pacing, and they add the pitch clock. They say, okay, pitcher, you got, 30 seconds to throw the next ball. And it's like positively received. They're like, yeah, we should do a little something to speed up the game. My thing with baseball is you have the announcers that are doing the play-by-play, doing the color commentary, and they have time to talk about
everything.
Literally, and they do interviews with people to the side in the middle of play because they know that nothing's gonna happen. Ball 2, be like, so you wrote a book called whatever back in the day about your traveling in the minor leagues. He's like, oh yeah, ball 4, he walks and taking the time.
Dude, it's kind of brutal.
And then they're doing an interview with somebody in the booth to the side. If you have enough time to talk about how high their socks are,
yes,
like during the game is too slow. So
agreed.
that's my take. I don't even think it's a hot take on baseball, but I go for the vibes. I go to walk around.
Dude,
my daughter loves baseball for some reason. What is it about baseball that you like?
For me, I do. So on TV, I don't like the pacing, right? Like if I'm sitting there watching the game, I don't, whatever. Like, let's go. Let's keep this going. Usually it's
TV
background
is a whole
noise.
different world.
But going to the ballpark, there's something about at least for like the closest stadium to me is the Minnesota Twins, who are also just terrible. But it's an amazing ballpark. So the open atmosphere, you get, the city skyline views. I like a ballpark corn dog or hot dog or brat.
Yeah.
I don't drink anymore, but I used to love drinking at the ballpark. And Minnesota actually has their own Twins Pilsner made by Summit Brewing, which is chef's kiss. Wish they'd make an NA. But yeah, I just, the camaraderie that, like, if you're going with friends or family, and like, no one goes to a baseball game and being like, unless you're probably a kid like or hungover or sick, I don't want to be here. Like it's always a good time, right? Yeah. And I feel like at least in Target Field, it's open enough to where you don't feel like you're walking in a sardines can. Some of the football stadiums that are older, you just feel like you're gonna suffocate in there. But yeah, there's just something about game day, peanuts, sunflower seeds, the smell. I don't know, man. Baseball's great. I've fallen in love with baseball all over again, but fuck the Dodgers, and they need a salary cap.
Absolutely.
So until they do that, it's really hard to take it seriously more than face value.
Yeah.
But yeah, good times.
I agree with you. Just the atmosphere is great. There's like the socialness. Like if you go with a group, it's just fun. Like for me, the grilled onion smell is just like it brings it all together. Like the grilled onions are the base of like why you go, and then the sport and camaraderie is like everything else. So
quick question for you: So I don't know anything about Chicago baseball other than the Cubs play at Wrigley and fly the W. Do the White Sox have their own stadium? I should know this.
We have a whole
Have you been to both?
stadium. Oh yeah.
Okay. But you're more of a Sox fan than a Cubs fan.
I grew up a White Sox fan. That's
Okay. I
just
love
kind
I
of what I
love the
was told.
pullover. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
with a lot of like animosity, there's the real like bad like north side south side divide, and my family like led that in like the very like not grounded in reality anger at the other team, even though they're in
Sure.
Chicago for some reason. My grandmother was a Cubs fan. My father-in-law was a Cubs fan, and over the years, I've just learned to like love both teams.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No, I mean
there
they're
you
both from Chicago, so yeah, how can
yeah, I
you
mean, I don't have any ill will in my heart toward the Cubs anymore. I kind of got undoctrinated
Yeah.
from it. But they have their own separate stadium, the Sox on the south side called the Cell, I think they call it now. But
Man,
it's
that's wild to be able to house Soldier Field, Wrigley, and the Cell. Like that's nuts.
yeah.
I know Chicago's big, but it doesn't feel that big when you're there.
Bringing it back to gaming, do you play any baseball games? Because I played the show when it came to Game Pass because it was one of those like, oh, it's on
Yeah.
Game Pass,
Oh
you might
yeah.
as well try it. And I loved it. I like the mini modes. They had this really weird thing where you could play like Risk, basically. It was like a
Yeah,
little
in
game
Road
of Risk.
or wasn't it Dynasty? Diamond Dynasty had the
Yeah,
risk mode. Yeah, that was fantastic. I
s-
used to play the show a lot.
yeah,
Over the years, it's just kind of become like a Madden where it is the same shit, different year.
yeah.
But remember EA MVP Baseball 2003 or
I do not
2004?
know. Was that a good
GameCube
one?
and PS2. Yeah, throw it back. Go watch a video on it. That I remember getting that. I think baseball games are fun.
There have been some good. There's been plenty of
And the
good
graphics
baseball
are
games.
pretty much peak now. I don't really think
Yeah.
that's
It's a
kind of a
good gamified sport. It's a
yeah,
great gamified sport. I
yeah,
I even have fun with it, not being like the
yeah.
hugest baseball fan. So very
And they
interesting.
took it off Game Pass though.
They did.
Now you
That's
got to pay
where they
full
messed
price
up.
again.
I would have kept playing it, but like
Yep.
I don't know if I could. I think there's so many people that are on that level where it's like, oh, this was fun. I like it. It's like, oh, but that full price
$70 for
for a
another
roster
year.
update and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, people don't do that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a game, Eric. How
Let's
about
do
that?
it. Let's do it.
Traditionally on this show, we do not talk about demos for a full episode of Megadad's Live. Like to get an episode of Megadad's Live where we come in and talk about a game, you usually have to have that, full game experience. But
Right.
this is coming hot off the presses, Eric, because Everything is Crab is an excellent demo, which I fully believe is going to be an excellent game, and I can't recommend it highly enough. It's a demo right now. They're going to release the game soon. Everything is Crab is a game roguelike where you play as a cell that slowly evolves into an animal over time. It's going to be
See that.
available on all the platforms and PC. Supposedly it's going to be $39.99, but I did
Oof.
not see a price on Steam when I was playing the demo.
Yeah,
But
there's no
it's a
price. There's no price
action
listed.
adventure simulation where everything is crap. So this game caught me in a time where I was trying to dip into demos because I was kind of thirsty for like what's the next thing, what's coming up. So I found it, I think through an advertisement, though it did show up in one of these directs or some type of video ad on my feed, something like that. So I had heard of it. So in giving it a shot, it was just literally because I had no idea what it could be. You start the game as a little blob, and you have one attack where you're just kind of swinging your head around, and there's other little creatures, like it's an isometric kind of view, like
Yeah.
2D, and it's, well, no, 3D. You're running around and you have a basic attack, and there are other animals that are more pathetic than you. It's just like a mud skipper thing, and you kill it and eat it, or you find fruit on trees that have fallen off, and you can eat those. And then that's the level up of your progress bar, and you level up by eating. And once you hit an evolution, you'll have a random assortment of 3 upgrades. And if you select an upgrade that is like a stat thing, then you get those stats. Or you could unlock an ability because you have 2 abilities, I think 2, maybe 3, where you can gain different attacks or
Yeah.
abilities to do damage. So I'm this blob and I start the game and I'm like immediately thrown off by this art style. I'm like, it's a
I'm
little
playing
too
it right
basic.
now. It's incredible. It
Yeah.
reminds me instantly of like a Vampire Slayer's like
Yes.
design.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a little bit like
Graphically,
Vampire
it's
Survivors or something.
got some
Yeah.
Stardew Valley indie.
Yeah,
The
it
formula is
looks low budget
simple.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
So
This could be very addicting. And then
it's it got me immediately. The demo lets you go through up until like as you progress, you get larger, you get stronger, or you get faster and you get smarter. Like it, you take your own path. So if you unlock teeth,
yeah, I
you
see that. I
show
just got a shark.
yeah, your shark teeth show up on your character. And then if you upgrade the shark teeth, you get bigger teeth.
Like a
And with
bigger chomp radius
yeah, with
or
a bigger attack radius. Yeah. And then
sick.
or you go the other way and you say I want to have a shell. If you click defense, then you start having a turtle shell on your back. If you click enlargement or whatever they call it, you get bigger physically on the screen. So you're evolving and your character starts to look and play different. You're slower or you're faster. You have, like cool abilities that you wouldn't expect. And it just lets you kind of go. And as you attack other animals, they are also evolving. So like
I
first you'll
see
see
that.
something that looks like a
Wow.
fox, but then the next time you see it, it's like you can kind of tell that they evolve to fight you and like stay alive. So like now it's like this weird black like lizard fox thing. And then now that's the enemies that are around. So there's predators and prey, and you're going
Dude.
across the savannah, and it's like, can you survive? Can you eat enough?
Nice find, man.
Isn't that
It
crazy?
is so cool and it's so frictionless.
Yeah,
It's kind of
it's awesome.
something. This might actually end up being a problem. I'm gonna
It
turn it off because
it felt so good immediately. As you go, there's different biomes, and it's like, oh, the desert is that way, but are you evolved to living in the heat? And then if you are, then
oh
you could go that way.
sweet.
And
Yeah, I
if
just
you're like,
walked into the desert and
yeah,
my guy's like, eh,
and
it's
if
got some
not, you have
antlers on.
problems. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, like do you want the antlers? So the base mechanics really got me, and the demo's super generous. Like you go, and as you progress, you'll find bosses, and the bosses
Ooh.
are like a weird mutant like evolution, and it's like very basic. It's like dodge, attack, like outsmart, survive. So a very small arena, there's this big boss will come, and there's many of them. So if you get that one and you defeat it, then there's another boss like a little while later, and then another one. So I kept beating bosses finally after learning the game, having
Hmm.
a great time. And then at the end of like the fourth boss, it's like, okay, you beat this I forget what they call it, but it's like you beat this part now. So you can upgrade the level of the enemies and do another run. So it's
Very
like,
nice.
but as you in the character select screen, you're like a little cell, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, your base stats are more health, 10% more health. But you know how this works with these roguelites. If they give
Oh
you like
yeah.
a build to start with, they're gonna have cooler stuff. So it's all question marks. It's
Yep.
like
I see that. It looks
you
like
could do
there's
the
like 9 characters, maybe.
yeah, at least. And then it
Yeah.
looks like there's slots for more. So that changes up these roguelike games where it's like, do you want to start as like something that can't get larger? Like, they're going to come up with different ways to keep the game fresh in that way based on your starting selection. But I like the upgrades. You can re-roll the upgrades. That's always fun.
Yes.
Like, oh,
It
I
seems
want
like a
to
culmination of like Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, Mega
yes.
Bonk,
Yes.
Vampire Survivors. It's like borrowing elements from all the successful
Yes.
Brotato, all the ones that have come before it, Halls of Torment, and putting its own spin on it. I really, really like how unique the graphics and presentation is because we've seen this genre just kind of like explode and there's a little something for everyone, but this seems to have enough depth out the gate. When you
Yeah.
said 39.99, I was like, oof,
Yeah.
because it's got to have, like, I'm a dollar per hour type of guy. So if I'm not getting enough, like, say I'm not getting 40 hours of enjoyment out of this 39.99 price game, then I feel like I didn't get my money's worth. That might be a little steep to some people, but I figure if you're gonna spend money on, especially on a game that's like this, where it's the runs type of game,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not into that addictive loop,
Yeah.
then I mean it's probably not for you. But if you've played any of those other ones we've spouted off, I think you're gonna be right at home. And with Steam, there will be sales. And I bet when it launches in May, I think it comes out May 8th, it says. So it's right around the corner. There will probably be a launch date 20% off or something. That's the time to grab it if you're going to go all in.
Yeah, I agree. May 8th is when it's coming out.
We need
That
little games like this. Like,
we
we're in a
absolutely
drought,
do.
bro. Like, things
Mm-hmm.
are weird. March, aside from Requiem, was really, like, for me, I don't think I picked anything else up. What Pacopia was also March.
Yeah.
But shy of that, these are the little diamonds in the rough that we as gamers need. And I love that they're doing the multi-platform approach right out the gate.
Yeah.
You see so many of these little gems pop up on Steam only, and then they take a year or so to get to console. So
Well,
I think they'll
actually,
win there.
2 corrections. Launching on May 8th
Yeah.
for PC, with
Oh.
expected to be launched later on things. So
Oh,
actually, it
okay.
is PC, and the indie price point is TBD. So we do not know yet
Okay.
what the price is going to be. It's very interesting. I was talking to Clay on our Switch Talk 2 podcast that's
Love
Switch
that show.
focused, and I was telling him, like, we were talking about a game, and I started asking all these questions, and I realized that what I was asking was, does this game give me a constant dopamine hit where
Yep.
it's like, and I realized I'm addicted to, like, the brain rot, like, dopamine hit of these games.
100%.
These roguelikes are taking over my personal play space so much.
That's okay, though.
Ball X Pit, like,
Oh, yeah.
Deep
Mega
Deep
Bonk. Did you do
Deep.
Mega Bonk?
I didn't do Mega
Oh my
Bonk because
god,
everybody
I'm gonna
warned
gift
me.
it to you.
There's so many issues with being addicted to this type, because now everything else feels slow. Everything else is
Mhm.
like feels greedy with the upgrades, and
Mhm.
it's just such an addictive game design.
And they know that. They know
Yeah.
that it's almost like if you go back into the early 2000s with Halo and Call of Duty, like, you kind of, each match or matches were a series of runs, right? Like, you were
Yeah.
leveling, you were unlocking guns, you were unlocking
Mm-hmm.
camos and
Yeah.
skins and all these
Yeah.
things. And they knew that. And they kept you coming back because you had to hit level 55 and you had to get X kill streak. It's the same formula, just in a much more mentally accessible format.
Mm-hmm.
Frictionless, effectively. You don't have to pay for online. Like, it's just there. And these developers, they're not making, like, crazy engagement money on you. A lot of these little titles, what I like about them is that's the game. You buy it once and you're not sinking in microtransactions. The DLCs are usually free. But yeah, it is a bit of a problem. But I think if you can give yourself some grace in this space, is
Yeah.
that these games, like, gaming is a seasons. It's like 4 seasons. Like, I don't know about you. I just kind of came to this week, so this game is literally perfect. Thank you. Is when life gets hard or something big happens, like,
Mm-hmm.
an illness with a family member or whatever it may be, kids get in trouble at school. I find that once I go to bed or once I have free time, sometimes I don't even know what to play. I don't know
Yeah.
how to play. I can't get myself to enjoy something.
Yeah.
And that's where these
100%.
things come in.
Mm-hmm.
They're just there. You hit start and you go.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
don't really have to think,
Yeah.
because ultimately, the goal is to die to keep learning the game,
Mm-hmm.
keep getting the ability. I think this is cool. I'm so glad you found this title. And can I just say, let's bring back the demo disc.
Yes, exactly. Give me the
Remember
demo. Let me
when
decide.
was it Game Informer maybe, or I forget the magazine subscription when I was little. You used to get a demo disc for
Yeah,
like PS2,
they would have the disc
and dude,
attached to the
half the damn
magazine. I
game was in
love
the
that thing.
magazine, and like I just love the demos.
Loved
They're
them.
so nice to experience a title
Mhm.
before you surrender your, hard-earned dollars. And
Yeah.
man,
You bring up amazing points because like I've been on the demo like evangelization. I've been telling everybody, please put out a demo. I wonder why they wouldn't. Like if I was
money.
making a game, I'd be like, we gotta do the demo. It's great, great marketing tool. And also, if we believe in our product, then giving people a taste should lead
Yeah,
them to the purchase. I mean, it just seems
you would
so
think
two plus
so.
two is four. But I love them. I absolutely love
I
demo.
wonder with demo culture seems to be kind of coming back to gaming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like there's more demos on a lot of titles, probably because the space is so competitive for the smaller games. Um, but it's interesting. Like I've even seen demos start popping up on the Switch eShop too. So like
Uh-huh.
when they're available on Steam, if it's coming to Switch, you're getting demos there too. And it's interesting because I fired up my PlayStation 5 for the first time in months. It is literally an Astrobot machine. And I go to like play a game that I had in my library, forgetting that I had taken advantage of the monthly games on PlayStation. You can't play those games unless you're an active subscriber. Do you know what a
Oh,
PlayStation Plus subscription is at base minimum? It is
19.99.
$80 a year for the
Okay.
base. That's just to unlock online play and whatever games that you claimed. If you want the good one, it is $159 a year. So that's why I appreciate little games like this.
Yeah. No, I
It
hear
was,
you.
and I shut it off promptly, and I'll probably not play it until Wolverine if I even get it. So
I
I'm so pumped for this little game, man.
I need to learn what you were talking about giving yourself that space to play what you're in the mood for, like play what you're in the brain space for, because
Yeah.
there are so many games I look at because there is a backlog and everybody has them and just
Mm-hmm.
it's a matter of, at least for me, I look at it and I think, where was I in this game? What is it going to take for me to get back into it? When you
Yes.
said just go ahead and start,
Uh-huh.
because you lower that barrier to entry that says when I hit start here or continue or whatever, like I'm just going to be right back into it. It's not that complicated. It could be deep, but it's just not that complex to just go. And I think you're onto something there.
Well,
Teach me your ways, Eric. Teach me the way. I feel like so much responsibility and burden
well,
and
I think
like
I
I
think because
should be
we're
playing.
Well, because we host a show, right? Like
That's
because
true.
we
That's
feel
true.
like we have to keep up on, that new and exciting next big thing. Gaming YouTube or gaming podcast are like at an all-time high. This space is flooded. And sometimes you feel like you have to grab the next title, and like Crimson Desert's been staring me in the eyes. I know if I spend
I thought
$70
you
on
were going to
Crimson
get
Desert,
that.
nope. I don't have the bandwidth, bro. I don't have the mental bandwidth to learn the mechanics. It wasn't the reviews that steered me wrong. I just looked at it and I'm like, oh, it's going to become another Cyberpunk for me. I'll probably never finish the narrative, or another Yote for me. And so, like, going back to your point of like having grace in the space, like, what do you do when life is hard and you can't game, or but you still want to wind down? Instead of doom scrolling or doom rotting on YouTube or TikTok, you may gravitate to like a show that you feel
Hmm.
comfortable with, like The Office or Parks and Rec or House or whatever it may be. You just
Hmm.
watch it. Well, the same thing I think applies to gaming too. Like last night, I couldn't figure out what to do. Didn't want to fire
Yeah.
up Pocopia because the game's stressing me out with all the things I have to do in Endgame. So you know what I did? I fired up Skyrim.
Oh
And I
yeah.
just wandered for 30 minutes. And it's been
Yeah.
so long since I've completed a playthrough of Skyrim that everything
Nice.
feels kind of fresh.
Yeah.
Dude, that game's kind of hard.
I
Like
I don't use
facing
fast
frost
traveling
trolls?
right now.
No, I
Yeah.
don't either. Yeah, so it's just about like the journey and the experience, and like not having those external pressures bleed into our hobby because everything is crap.
Hmm.
Like,
Absolutely.
I don't know,
Did
man.
you ever play the game Spore?
Hmm.
Spore, back in the day, I think it was EA Maxim or something. Like it was a revolutionary idea where you play as a little amoeba and you're like floating around. It's like that. So many people say that everything is crab is Spore meets modern roguelikes,
I can see
which
that a lot. Yeah.
it's so I like Spore. I played a decent amount of Spore. Like it was just fun. So this whole like evolution thing is like really cool. I think that we got a winner here. I would be incredibly surprised personally if it didn't like work out just based on the excellent first taste that I had with
Right.
this demo. What would you like the price point to be for something like this? Because as we'll talk about on Mega Dads this month a lot, we're gonna be talking about pricing stuff. But
Yeah,
what do you
for
think for
sure.
something like this in this economy? What would you pay
So
for this
so
without thinking about it?
just bleeding in like 6 minutes while playing, like talking to you when you were going and sharing about the game. I feel like 1999 is a good starting spot,
Hmm.
and out the gate pricing, discount it down to like 13 or 15 maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
And 39 seems rich. Like, remember when Dave the Diver came out of
Hmm.
under 20, and now it's what, a full price game.
Is
Um
it? Did they
I
raise
think
the
if you
price
go
of
buy
Dave
a
the
physical
Diver?
I think if you go buy a physical copy on the Switch of Dave
It's
the
more
Diver, which I
expensive.
don't know why you would do, is like
Hmm.
39.99 maybe.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on that. But I feel like I was gonna maybe grab it on Switch. But again, that devolves into something completely else. I think
I agree with you.
1999. But like, look at Megabonk came out at $10.
Wow.
Go play Megabonk. You probably will
Oh,
lose
now I have
60,
to. I forgot
70
that it was.
hours of your
I
life,
forgot that
bro.
it was $10.
Yeah, and it often goes on sale for like 7.99. What's the other one? Slots and Daggers, also
I
under
didn't
10
try that
bucks.
one. Okay, so Slots and Daggers is another one.
Really low friction games, and I
There,
think that's what
there's
we
such
need in this
value there.
society.
At that price point, there's just such value.
Yes.
You hear that sound, everybody? That's the sound of the caboose. The caboose of the show is where we wrap things up with a recommendation for something outside the world of gaming. I will go first on this one because I had a religious experience recently that I want to share with you all. My job, Eric,
Hmm.
provided lunch. Okay. So
Ooh,
they
free
provide
food's the best
lunch.
food.
It was a lot of people that came in for like some type of like big training thing, and like
Hmm.
the whole office got food because they like over order for everyone, and they say, you know what, here you guys go, little treat. And but when the food came, it came in like a lot of bags, and I was like kind of helped like put it in the kitchen and the office and all that. So it's
Hmm.
getting set up, but I couldn't tell what the food was. I was really like interested because it was all these bowls, and it was just kind of a weird setup. I'm like, this
Interested in
isn't
balls, huh?
pizza. Yeah, a lot of bowl. There's like there it was interesting. So then it turns out they served up a baked potato bar for
Ooh,
lunch. Have you ever had a
huge,
baked potato bar
dude.
lunch?
Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't tell you the last time, but there are, before having kids, the wife and I would actually do our own at home,
Oh,
where like
okay.
we did like a potato week, legit, I kid you not. And each
Potato
night was a
week?
baked, but yeah. Each night was a baked potato, and the theme was different. So like one night I remember doing a taco theme. So you get, beans and taco meat and cheese and all the things. The next night we did like oh, what was it? Like Italian. You kind of use the potato as your starch of the noodles,
Oh,
and then just put
okay.
like meat sauce. And then we did a one that didn't really work well, was like a stir-fried potato. So but yeah, baked potato bars, dude, the freedom of choice.
It was
And
so good.
how good are potatoes?
Well, that was what I was gonna say. Like, I was skeptical because I like potatoes. I like baked
Who doesn't?
potatoes, but you have to do it right. Like, if you cook it
Yes.
right and you have the flavoring, it was like eating a steak. Like the flavoring of
Oh
the potato
man.
was just perfect. It was like toasty and like
Do you eat
so
the skin?
yeah, I eat the skin.
Hell
Am I
yeah,
a
bro.
monster? Am I
Hey man, people
crazy?
don't.
People don't eat the skin of you don't have to eat the skin of every
I like the dirt.
potato.
If you didn't clean it right or you didn't
A
clean it enough,
a
like give me some
baked
of that
potato skin
earthiness.
is that's why I'm eating the potato. I mean,
Hell yeah.
I think the the
Do a
potatoes
sweet
were
potato bar
huge.
too.
Oh my god, okay, let's go. So
There's
like
your chili base.
these potatoes were huge, and they had, all the toppings. They had like, here's a mega bowl of sour cream and chives and bacon
Oh
and
man,
like
I'm
all
hungry.
this
I haven't
stuff.
eaten today,
Oh
so
my, it was wild. So if you can, listener, if you are dabbling on the fence of should I eat a baked potato right now, go ahead and order one up
yes.
wherever you are listening.
Butter, garlic, all of
Do
it.
you have any recommendation, Eric, for something? It
I
doesn't have to be
do.
big,
So
doesn't have to be
so
small.
as a dad
Uh-oh.
and having kids and not having a lot of free time, I went to a concert this week for the first time since
Oh.
what feels like forever, but I think last September. It's been a
Okay.
while. I've had a lot happen. But it's crazy how going out to a live music show, like as a dad on a weeknight, and again, I don't drink, was worth it. I had all this anxiety about driving to Minneapolis and like getting sick, which I either have allergies or got a concert cold. Can't decide yet. And I always have that, like, I'm just dreading going. And then you have such a good time. You just connect with the music, and you connect with the community. Like, it's amazing. Like, I listen to a lot of metal, and it was a metal concert. And yes, sir. And it was just crazy to see like all these people just losing their minds in the moment again, especially when everything is crap, right? So go to the concert. I felt like I was 85. I got out of bed, standing on that concrete floor, dude. I felt like my core had not been exercised in 10 years. I was so sore. I got 5 hours of sleep. It was arguably terrible the next day. But just go do the thing.
Yeah.
Life is short. Enjoy the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go see live music. Live music, just there's something about it.
I love it.
And it's expensive. It's expensive to go. It's like $68 for a ticket.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we even doing here? But it was worth it at the end of the day.
Yes. Get out there. Live music is awesome. I'm going to a Samara Sin concert in like 2 weeks. It's like some like hip hop type rap urban thing. I don't know what else to call it.
Sounds fun.
It's good. It's gonna be good. I totally agree with you. Let the music flow through you. Let it heal you,
sir.
people, if you can afford it. We will see you next time, everybody, on an exciting episode of Mega Dads Live. Join the Mega Dads community Discord. You can find a link. It's free. It's basically just a chat room where you can hang out with other gamers, other people who are like-minded, who love gaming and love hanging out, supporting each other through life, kind of thick and thin. So please come make friends at the Mega Dads Discord. Free to join. You'll find the link again in the YouTube description. Thank you for joining, everybody. If you watched one time or 1,000 times, thank you for being here. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate you. Thank you.